also forgive yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was going to get into. If, you as being the apologizer, if you don't get that forgiveness, or even if you do, if you don't, it might feel bad. You might feel bad and be like, like, they're never going to forgive me. Which, I mean, they should, because just, like I said, letting it go and just keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? And it's even better when somebody does come up to you and apologizes. Because it feels good, and it's like you guys are cool. Not cool, but it's like things are straight, you know? There ain't no like awkwardness, or it's just like things ended good, you know? But as the apologizer, I don't know if that's how you say it. But if you are the one apologizing and say they didn't forgive you, it's okay, You forgive yourself though. You took accountability. You are going, hopefully, you learn from whatever you did, and you forgive yourself, because you also don't want to hate yourself, and you don't want to just think, start also with all these scenarios in your head and stuff like that, because taking accountability is a lot. And for whatever you did, forgive yourself, because it's okay. I mean, things do happen. We do some mistakes, but forgive yourself. It's okay. Forgive yourself and learn through that experience. Don't just keep doing it again either. Like, when you truly forgive yourself, truly learn from that experience. What did you do wrong? How are you not going to do it again? With whatever the case may be. But even if they do apologize, you still might feel bad and be like, oh, if it was a friend or whatever. But if I didn't do it, if just it happened like this and that, just let it go. Forgive yourself and let it go, But even if you didn't do anything, like, it took me a lot to forgive myself from past things that I've done, For me, it took me a lot to forgive others and to forgive myself. With forgiving others, I'm telling you guys, I sat down with myself, and because I was a really angry person, you guys. I was just mad all the time, and people doing things to me just heated me. It just heated me, and it made me like kind of hate them, and just be like why the fuck would they do this? Like, I was such a nice person, this and that. But that's another thing, like, don't, however you are, if you're giving out love or whatever, don't expect like that same love. Whatever which you give out, you just want to be positive and spread love all the time, and you will get that back one way or another, and that was like my thing. Like, if I gave out that, it's like I expected the same, and that was another thing, like, and I expected an apology, but like I'm telling you guys, don't really ever expect one, because most of the time it doesn't come, because I'm telling you, a lot of people don't like to take accountability and say that they were in the wrong. So that's kind of what I expected, and I expected it for a while, and then you might start thinking like, oh, like, did I do something? Like, was it my fault? That's how I was. I started thinking, and I was like, should I go and apologize? But it's like, no, like, don't think like that. Like, if they did something wrong, if you see it as wrong, it's wrong, Because, I mean, you might see it as wrong, but they didn't, So that's another thing too, why they might not apologize, because they didn't think they're wrong. But whatever the case, just I sat myself down and I was like, okay, like this happened, this happened, this happened. Like that was wrong to me, you know? And I need to stop waiting for the apology. Like it's not going to come. And just forgive them. Forgive them and move on. And that, dude, forgiving, it takes a lot, you guys. But that is the first step. Forgiving them for you. That will bring you so much peace. So much peace. And it's growth. That's you growing as a person, you know what I'm saying? Just letting all of that go, all the attachments. But another huge thing was forgiving myself. And that is hard. Because like I said, I don't think I don't do anything to people. Like I'm a loyal, like I'm telling you guys, I'm the bestest friend to myself, you know? And but it was things that, I mean, okay, no, I take that back. Well, I mean, before, like I'm telling you guys, I was, you know, drinking and doing drugs a lot. And the not sober Liz would do things to people or say things, you know, which then when I was sober, like the next day, I totally regret it. Because that just, it wasn't me, you know? So it was like those times when I was like, fuck. Like, why did I do that? You know? And like, well, like, why did I say that? And then like, even like there was times when like I would go back and I'd be like, fuck, dude, like, you know, or like just embarrassing things I would do to myself, you know, when I was hella on one. But you have to just let it go. Like, it happened, you know? Because you don't want to stay living in the past. You don't want to keep thinking about the past. You want to stay present as well. And that's another thing when forgiving. You're just letting it all go, letting go of the past, being in the present. And you know, like, I just, sometimes, you know, it turns into like hate, like, fuck, like, I hate it when I do that. I hated when I did that, this, and that. But all of those things, you know, like, I mean, it took me a while, but that's like, you know, why I was like, okay, I need to stop drinking. I need to stop doing drugs because I don't want to keep doing that. I don't want to keep embarrassing myself. I don't want to keep, that was a whole different person. You know, I don't want to keep saying all these things to other people, trying to fight other people, you know, starting something. So I had to forgive myself for all of that. I had to forgive drunk Liz, you know, because all of that taught me something, you know. It taught me that it's all okay, you know, that it's all okay. And I am going to forgive myself for all of that and just let it go, you know, because that's totally not me no more. I don't want to keep thinking about it. I don't want to go, like, you know, fucking think about some past situation and be like, fuck, like this, and that, you know, like if I didn't do this wouldn't happen. But just forgive yourself and let it go. Don't regret anything because you are who you are right now because of everything you've been through, you know? And I'm forgiving myself for me too because I want peace. I want peace of mind. I don't want to keep living in the past. You know, I just want to let it go and I want to grow. I want room for growth. I don't want to just hate myself or something for doing all these things. You know, I forgave myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but the main thing is you guys want to learn through that experience as well. Like, don't just forgive, you know, and it's like move on. But what are you learning from it? What are you going to do moving forward?